Okay, where are we going to now, Naftali? Dalit to okay, Simon Tov Dalit. Well, Naftali looks for the mute button.
Through
We'll
yeah,
go. We'll start.
through Vav, I think. Let me just check to make it. I'm right. Yeah, through Vav. Aleph through, including Vav.
Okay. Simon Tov Dalit didn't mince a taz apostle upsil the Sefer Torah. You find a mistake. We'll buy you bait sifin. Yes, this is also not so negaya for the Hamoinam, but we'll do it. We'll try and learn it so in case anybody's stuck in a shul, that's for shalom with a mistake in the Sefer Torah, we'll know what to do. So if it's a Sefer Torah puzzle, machmas tois. If you find a Sefer Torah that's possible because of a mistake, if it's a legitimate mistake, ain't current, but you can't read it, if you can Sefer Torah after, you need another Sefer Torah. Ezu tois gama. What is a tois gama? If it's had an extra letter or a missing letter, and this aleph afilu ois achas, or it's missing even one letter. I mean, it's not missing, it mixed up one letter. Value days mishtana hakriya, and that's then the word, the translation of the word changed. Kamasimim si'imim, migrashehen, migrashehem. Right? So those, meaning it can be spelled both ways, right? And because since it can go either way, it has to be spelled the proper ways. Even though it means the same thing, we come up with since meaning this is a case where it's not the same. It's just the translation is going to be the same, but the pronunciation is going to be different, and even that's considered a mistake. And of course, if
And if
it's a
the
mistake in the
pronunciation is not
translation,
different,
what?
if the pronunciation is not going to be different,
If the pronunciation is not going to be different, no. But then if the translation is going to be different,
some things we pronounce according to Masorah, not according. They are not
correct.
written
So
as
that's Korean ksivs. Those are special. Those are special.
right. So I'm saying
Exclusions.
Somim seems like you can really pronounce it the same way.
No, Si'imim or Simon.
Soimim, right.
Si is the difference.
Right. So, but like I'm saying, people who don't pronounce oi, they can pronounce just soimim. Either one.
Well, okay. So there's a tshuva from
yeah.
So there's a tshuva from Ramosha Feinstein that says that nowadays, basically, if the Hebrew pronounces words that way and it's accepted, then that's not called a mispronunciation. It's a big chiddush. It's a big chiddush from him, but we certainly rely on that when necessary.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, no, that's right. You have to read it the way it's supposed to be written. And then it's going to be changed. When Pasha Truma, I'm of a Fetzig Rapa, and the Makan Rapa nimmt to Kotzim Rapa, the hey, our Bishifan Likus and Sabes Bechoilam, you can still read it with a Choilam. In Pamakum Kivan Shekasher, who Kotzim Havi Toys, Shemishtana HaPerish. Since when it's written, it's a mistake that the translation gets changed. Havigam came Taz Gomer, that's considered a Taz Gomer. But if the mistake doesn't change anything, and it's missing a letter that's not going to change anything. If it's a yud shimushis, meaning sometimes the yud needs to be part of the shirish, sometimes not. You're going. I will say needs the passer yud or the hepef. If only kol yud is an what's in sefer Torah, and then you don't say it, take out another sefer Torah. Basically, you really have to know dictate. And the reason for this is even though it's not written properly, but who says you're going to put away the sefer Torah and take out another one that it's going to be any better? Right? But if it's missing the yud from the shirish, then maloch hagar al tiri, tiri, right? Without that yud, the lo yud acher hatov, al tira wrong, the tira, three can lights you say Torah after, then you have to take another sefer Torah. Ayin Shara Trayim Sharvov Sivov Kisacham Sham. Fine. Let's say a word looks split until it looks like two different words. So the words are so close together that it looks like they're read together. Also, it's a teva yisera, or an extra word, whether it's a strange word, meaning it doesn't belong there at all, or it's double. I'm Sefer Kesses a Sefer, Madura Tinyana Kesses a Sefer is the Bible on this. I think it's written by the Kittzur, right? The Tzur is a Parshias, and if you have it, there's a Shinoi in the Tzur of the Parshias, meaning there was a bigger space than it was supposed to be. Or the opposite, like Hepzik Parsha, the Makom Shein Etzarah, or a Hepzik Parsha where you don't need it, or the Makom Shetzarah, Lios Hepzik Parsha Ve'enoi, Kalel Psulim Gemurim, Utzvim Lahotzi Sefer Torah Acha. Those are all real psulim, even though that doesn't change anything in the translation. It's just a matter if the spacing is correct. If you find one letter attached to another letter, if it looks like it became attached after it was written, right? Meaning like a drop of ink dropped there, so it's kosher. It's kosher in the shana tzur as long as the oisif looks proper. But it looks like the cipher botched this, and they connected it when it was written. As I yesh then it came fighting if they attached it before the ice was finished going nun pshuta. But during the week you can just scratch it away and then you're fine. But if the dibuk was done at the end of the ice, you can be machsher. A lot of times, by the way, if they say that, there's the saliva from the Balkaira, and it can go and it can land some kind of on an ink, and it could run, and then it could connect the words. So that wouldn't be a problem. I don't know how you know whether that's the case or not, but that's what we say. If you have an ice that you lost it to, whether it's there from the beginning of the writing, right? Whether there's a hole there, because sometimes you can get a hole, it's puzzle. But if it's inside the ice, like put the ice, it's a rasa, or it's outside the ice, and the ice is with its tzura, meaning the ice has it, it's not surrounded by parchment, meaning each letter has to be surrounded by parchment. And then, so therefore you see that the whole came after it was written. Even the pishas ksiva, since at the time of the writing, it was surrounded with parchment. Let's say somehow it got a little weakened, the black got a little weakened, then that's puzzle. If you have a suffix, which letter it is, Shema Ein Surah, meaning maybe the two is not on it. So then this is where you get into this thing that you have to show it to a child. I know Maven as an Indian, he doesn't understand. Meaning it can't be too old, because then he's going to look at the word and he's going to try and figure it out with his own translation. It has to be young enough that he knows Aleph. What?
We don't bring children to shul for davening.
Yeah, so what are you saying?
I'm saying who are you gonna show it? Like, you assume that you're gonna be a child and evaluate based on whether if you are a child.
Well, many people do bring kids to shul, but either way, you go out and you find one. You go to the Pirkei group or whatever. Yeah. You
should be able to. You should be.
No, wait. What are you saying? Joseph, what are you saying?
Oh, you should be able to just show one letter. Let's say you put paper to block all other letters.
Right. So
and
that's what they do. That's what it is. Right. So they take the letter, and they take paper and they cover it over. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine. So now, if you have, this is what you worry about. If you have one kid here, you have a whole machlokes of kids. You go with the majority. After anu misupaken mayot latinik, the child only helps when we're not sure. Because all you're doing is it's a gilui milta. Let's say we see that the ice is not proper. The pain of nifsek yud ha'aleph, and you have the yud of an aleph that's separated, a yud ha'ayin v'ashin v'ragli hatov u'kedayim apostle. They're all puzzle. Al pi shetanai paru, even though the child is reading it, meaning you can show the letter to a child, right? And the child will say, "Oh, I can read this word," and you say, "We say we don't care because the child is we doesn't care." Meaning only when we're doubtful, right? Fine. Kishamarin, I'm sorry, one more. Kishamarin the pinuk. When you show it to the pinuk, you do not have to. This is what you were saying, Yosef. You don't have to cover them over. But the ones before you do. And if there's if you have an ice that has a hole in it, the nisham mitzvos the gam kein hanekev lamata, and I'm sorry, min hanekev lamata, and you have under the hole, you still have an ice. Ice. You don't know whether there's enough of a letter before the hole. Then when you're showing it to the child, you have to cover it over. Meaning, if most of the word is there, and you're just trying to figure out most of the letters there, you're just trying to figure out if there's a hole. So then, if you can see most of the letter, of course he's going to get it right. So you'd have to then you'd have to cover it over. The Tinnik is going to combine it, and really there is no tzirut. Let's say some of the ink went off from part of the ice, and you still have an outline. So you can look at Saisa, you have to cover it over. The loy, so that the tinek will not combine it together. Okay, hopefully we never need to know any of these halachas. But if we do, at least we have epis. We have epis some knowledge about it. Okay. Everybody should have a fine night and a good Shabbos and B'suras Todos. Thank you.
Safe flight. You have someone picking you up?
Yes,
I'm assuming, yeah.
You'll let me know?
Yeah.